One of the most important elements that you can add into your marketing is to be unpredictable. Just because your product or your service is boring doesn't mean your marketing has to be boring. Your business can really shine if you think you have a boring product, because guess what? Everyone else in your industry thinks that they've got a boring product too. What are you prepared to do that others in your industry aren't? Are you willing to push some boundaries? Are you willing to take on a new angle? Welcome to the Marketing Factory, where we don't blend in. I'm Marissa Candy, founder and award-winning marketer. And for over 2 decades, I've helped businesses think differently about their marketing and achieve powerful results. In this podcast, I'll share proven strategies so that you can create profitable marketing campaigns that drive real impact for your business. Ready to turn clarity into action? Let's get started. Hey, welcome to the Marketing Factory podcast. I'm your host, Marissa Candy, and in this episode, we are going to be discussing how to market boring products and services. So, do you have a boring product? How do you quantify boring anyway, right? So, do you think you have a boring service? Is what you do boring? Well, guess what? I believe that if you think you do have a boring product, you probably don't. And you actually have a massive marketing opportunity. Because just because your product or your service is boring doesn't mean your marketing has to be boring, right? No, it doesn't. So what's a boring business anyway? What do you quantify as boring? So your business can really shine if you think you have a boring product, because guess what? Everyone else in your industry thinks that they've got a boring product too, or they've got a boring service. Who wants to market, I don't know what, lawyers? Who wants to market training, compliance, safety training? Wow, some people would rather do other things than actually go to a training course. So finding the opportunity in that is the key. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you listen to the safety announcement on every flight? Do you pay attention? Do you look at the flight attendant as they're telling you to, put your buckle in and clip your buckle, and this is how you get into it and this is how you get out of it? I've always wondered, actually, why they tell us in the safety demonstration how to get in and out of your belt when you've probably already done that multiple times, and they go around and make sure that your belt's actually done up before the safety announcement. But anyway, that's just me. So do you pay attention every time, or you've already got into your Netflix series, you've already dove into that book? But let me ask you this. When you fly a particular airline, and you're going to know the one I'm talking about, and there's a colourful flight attendant that is giving an ad-lib safety message, and it is colourful, and you don't know what that person's going to say next. And that airline, I will call it out, it's Virgin, and it's owned and run and managed by an incredible businessman, an incredible man that I admire, Richard Branson. Everything about that business stems from the top down. He's a colourful character, and he is an incredible marketer. Because one of the most important elements that you can add into your marketing is to be unpredictable. When we used to put together the success publication, I would say the brief to our graphic artists was this: make every page unpredictable. Never let the audience ever know or expect what was going to happen next. And it's one of the greatest tactics in marketing. So what you can do is actually take it away and be inspired by Virgin. You want some inspiration? Go and have a look at their branding. Go and have a look at their business. Go back in time and research what they have done over time, because they've done some absolutely incredible things. Unpredictability in marketing. Let me give you another example. For those of you in Australia, you'd be very familiar with our famous croc hunter, Steve Irwin. He had such a following. Why did Steve have such a following? Apart from the fact that he was wrestling dinosaurs, right? Apart from that, you just never knew what this chap was going to do next. You just never knew what Steve was going to do, what was going to happen. The unpredictability forced people not to look away. He had attention across the globe. It translated across languages, cultures, whatever it was. The unpredictability drew people in because you never know what was going to happen next. These people, like Virgin, like Steve, they're prepared to do things that others aren't prepared to do. So here we go. Let's think about this, okay? Let's bring it back to you. What are you prepared to do that others in your industry aren't? Where are you prepared to go? Are you willing to push some boundaries? Are you willing to take on a new angle, take on a new approach? Because if you are, the rewards could be there. Now, let me give you a little example of a client that we've got, an industry that we were then exposed to. So a client comes to us, they're in HR, human resources, human resource management. Everyone gets excited about that, don't they? I don't know, you tell me. Everyone's got a different level of excitement or things they get excited about, right? However, what we found was when we were exploring other HR companies was that everyone was sort of did the same cookie cutter marketing, that everyone was going to market saying that, you know, we've got this training course on, we've got that training course on. And it was all very typical things that you would expect, like people being shown in a corporate setting, wearing corporate clothes, lots of handshake photos, you know the ones, right? So we saw a lot of this and we went, boom, bingo. I think we've got an opportunity here to be a little bit different. So what did we do for this human resources business? Well, we start where we always start, and that is with what? If you've been listening, it's with what? The strategy. That's right. That's what I heard you say. The strategy. We took a strategic approach to determine what we're trying to say. We are looking for the outcome, okay? We're looking for the outcome. The outcome of engaging this human resources company is that they have training courses on that is going to grow people's coaching businesses, okay? So the outcome is that they are growing your business. So what did we do? We put together something that's going to deliver an outcome. So we went back to basics to deliver what the outcome was, what we were trying to say, what the benefit was that their target audience was coaches. Their human resource company was offering training courses to grow coaches' practices. Yeah? So what we did is we put together a campaign that promoted the outcome in a bit of a different way. We said that we can see that the future is clear, that your coaching practice will grow. And we led that with a vision, the image of a fortune teller. A fortune teller doing palm reading, a fortune teller looking into a crystal ball saying, the future is clear. Your coaching practice will grow if you're using our business. Is anyone in human resources, in HR, that you know using a fortune teller as their main hero imagery throughout their marketing, throughout their campaign? No. And what's it doing? And how many of these images do you see actually getting around online? How many images do you see of sort of creepy, somewhat fortune tellers online at the moment, staring into crystal balls, palm reading and doing the like? You don't see it often. Therefore, it gets attention and you bring attention and something different, a bit of quirkiness to your marketing, and therefore you get noticed. Now, we didn't know, but this client of ours is fantastic, by the way. They took it a bit further. They went and got some photos shot. And what did they do? They dressed up as fortune tellers themselves, giving us great additional imagery and media to use throughout the campaign. And we brought posers in saying they were the gurus, and they embraced it all. So when you engage a marketing agent, you want to let them get the full benefit from them. You need to leverage and use all of their creative power and all their creative juices for you. There's a massive opportunity to make waves. Now, to give you another example, if we've got time, really quickly, emergency videos. Now, how do we get people's attention to listen to the safety demonstration on an airline? Emergency videos when you're entering a stadium. It's really important information, but, you know, I'd rather watch paint dry. So what did we do? We were engaged by Stadiums Queensland, again, in one of their massive major venues. We had to put together the critical instructions of a safety message. Now, we got the message across, but we did it in a fun way. We engage the local NRL players to be the stars of the video, to put forward the messages that we want to get across, because we know the people that go to that stadium love those players, those NRL players, so they might listen to them. I hope that this has proven that there are massive opportunities out there to make waves. And now hopefully that I've inspired you. Let's go out there and let's redefine boring into exciting. And to recap, just because you think something's boring doesn't mean that it has to be. Go out there, be creative, bring some fun into your life, and I can guarantee you this, if you can find another angle, another way, you will be rewarded. I'm Marissa Candy. This is the Marketing Factory podcast, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for tuning into the Marketing Factory. If today's episode helped bring clarity to your marketing strategy, please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe on your favorite platform. Stay connected with us on the socials at The Marketing Factory or at The Marketing Factory AUS, and let's keep turning clarity into action.